Alright, hey everyone, I am back with another One Piece video. The trailer for Season 2 of the live action has finally dropped, and this is going to be my initial review. So let's jump right into this. We start off with a great shot of Reverse Mountain moving to Log Town, and I'm not really sure what this is, maybe Little Garden, as here it's a lot longer grass and everything, and the crew is actually like cutting through. It looks really weird. And then we have Cactus Island. This is a great shot. Oda's world building really kind of goes on to display here. This is the first island we're coming to in the Grand Line. You can really tell that the budget for the live action has really scaled up. And this is a great kind of panoramic shot of the whole island. It looks really good. Here they are walking into Whiskey Peak officially. Western vibe, I think, looks great. They really nailed that whole theme that Oda was going for the island. Everyone is in the kind of old Western gear and everything. The outfits for the crew, I think, looks really good. Luffy has pants. Can you believe it? He went through the whole story in the anime and manga with just shorts. I don't believe in the season 1 of the live action he had pants ever, so this is a first. Now moving on, this I'm not too sure. I assume this is supposed to be Logtown. It's a little bit of a different setup they have going on here. It looks like the circus, I guess, has come to town. I know Buggy is in Logtown, so I guess this is kind of how they're trying to rope in why Buggy is here. Maybe his crew is setting up a circus or something. The whole thing looks really nice, all the lights and the big old circus tents, everything. It looks really good. I'm just not entirely sure what the whole point of this is, what they're trying to go for. But here, Luffy still in Logtown looking up at the scaffolding. This looks really good. The music here in the trailer is actually really foreboding and ominous and kind of really emphasizes that this is the place where the Pirate King was executed. And Luffy kind of tipping his hat. Oh yes, here, the giants. I think they look great. Nami here is kind of looking up at Baragi as he's traipsing into the scene. They look really good here. I'm assuming this is some kind of CGI to make the actors look obviously much bigger than they are, but I think it looks good. Like I said, the budget for this compared to Season 2 is already just way higher than it was previously, which is great. See him kind of looking down there. Oh, yes, Robin. She looks great here. Actually, I want to go a little bit further. Yes. I think the casting here for Robin is great. The whole opening the door there with the flowers coming out, and then Robin there, and the whole just white outfit. She's got the long black hair with the makeup. She looks stunning. It looks amazing. They did a really good job with the outfit and the casting here. Oda really did good casting her. And then Zoro's kind of a cool shot of him. And then here, this is great. We have our first shot of Smoker and him kind of coming off of the smog hog, just really puffing on these 2 cigars. I'm curious how the whole thing with Smoker and Logtown is going to go, because this is where his devil fruit is shown a bit. This is the first Logia of the story. So seeing how the live action really portrays that, I think is going to be a big showing card for how they're going to portray devil fruits in the future. But this is a good introduction for him. Kind of shows his character off. And then you got Luffy here. I'm pretty sure this now is Little Garden with like the giant rocks and everything. This gives me Jurassic Park, Jurassic World vibes and everything. It looks really good. And then next up here we have Sanji in the Mr. Prince scene, him opening the door to Galdino's house. I'm really excited to see how Taz kind of embodies the whole Mr. Prince scene, because with the live action they've kind of taken out a lot of the cringy stuff that's kind of in Sanji's character, and Taz really goes into the more kind of chivalrous and actually has a little bit more riz to his personality and stuff, and kind of shows Sanji being a little bit more of a kind of a ladies' man. And I think he's going to embody the Mr. Prince role here really, really well. And Nami here is looking great, and Usopp looking cool. Oh yes, Vivi here. Amazing. She is here. We've got the blue hair. The outfit is, again, on point. Very, honestly, the exact same thing she's wearing when she's introduced all the way back in chapter 106. And I think she's actually jumping off of the mast of the Going Merry here. She's fighting somebody on the ship. No, don't know who that is yet. Very curious to find out who she's fighting. But she is still using the same little weird circular metal like razor discs that she uses there in the beginning of the story. Great to see her. But again, this is another good casting. I really like Vivi here. And moving on to Zoro just cutting down bounty hunters. Great scene. It looks like they're in some kind of bar. The whole Western vibe still being really shown well. I hope they kind of really flesh this scene out in the live action, because this is, in my opinion, one of the great parts of the kind of beginning early stages of the Grand Line, with Zoro just kind of, this is a really big power feat for Zoro cutting down. I think it is 100 bounty hunters for Baroque works, and everyone there and on Whiskey Peak is like, oh man, did we get this guy must be the captain. The other guy, he's just sleeping. Zoro here is cutting all of us down. Maybe we messed up the bounty posters or something. So I really hope that they put emphasis on this whole scene and how terrifying Zoro comes across to all of these bounty hunters. And then we got Sanji here. This whole scene here with Sanji, and then we move into Nami fighting, looking great, and Usopp shooting. This whole thing, I'm going to go back just a little bit, is in that circus again. I assume this is Logtown fighting Buggy's crew. I guess after Luffy almost dying, Luffy's execution up on the scaffolding. I assume that's what this whole fight is. They just decided to change the theme up a bit. I'm a bit confused on why the whole circus theme is there. I guess that's just Buggy's crew because they have a circus theme. They didn't necessarily need to do that, but it does give a good backdrop, and the lights look good. You can tell that they're kind of flying around on strings and stuff with the fights, but it looks good. It looks clean. Against Usopp firing a shot. It looks good. And then this, I really want to look at this here. Let me go a little bit further. I think the Gatling here looks really good. I know people were a little worried about how this was all going to be animated, but I think this looks really good. I want to go and just play this one more time and just kind of watch it in real time. Just like, look at that. You can see his arms and everything. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it looks good. It's obviously CGI, but the budget here, like I said, is way higher. And now this, oh man, Laboon. In the trailer here, you can hear the whale sounds, and it sounds great. I'm pretty sure they got like an actual like whales singing and stuff to put it in here. It sounds good. Laboon looks great. You can see a little bit of the scars on his head and stuff. And Luffy going, and they're just moving right in there. And Season 3 is going to be coming soon. Unfortunately, it's not going to be till 2026. Which is sad. We can't do anything about that. I was hoping it was going to be either like this fall or winter, but everything's just getting pushed back, it seems, unfortunately. I am a little curious to see what else of Baroque works we're going to see. We didn't see anything for Mr. 9, Mr. 5, Miss Valentine, Mr. 3, Galdino, or Miss Golden Week. We didn't really see any Baroque work agents other than Vivi and Robin. So I'm hoping that that still gets fleshed out a bit and we can kind of see all of them in the live action. We also didn't get to see Crocus. Really, the only shots of Reverse Mountain we got was the kind of that initial panoramic view of the mountain and them at the end there when they're coming up to Laboon. So I want to see Crocus here. I'm curious if they're going to be going inside of Laboon at all, like they do in the actual story, or if that's going to be changed up or something, because I know that could be pretty hard with the extent of the budget they have. The budget is definitely larger for this season of the live action than the previous one. It kind of has to be with the places we're going, with the giants and everything that is here moving into the Grand Line. So I guess it's plausible that we could be going into Laboon, but I'm not going to be kind of expecting that. Moving to Logtown, I'm curious what all they're going to flesh out there, because the anime really added a whole bunch of stuff that the manga did not. One thing I really hope is I want to see Ippon Matsu's sword shop. That was not shown at all in this trailer. I really want to see Zoro getting the Yubashiri and that whole interaction and how they flesh that out. And there were also no shots of Drum Island in this. We already know that Chopper is going to be in Season 2 from a previous trailer that they did, announcing and kind of showing him off. But there was no shots of Drum Island, not even like in a panoramic thing or them walking through it at all or anything. So I'm curious exactly how that all is going to be played out. And I'm assuming we're going to be ending Season 2 with Drum Island, and Season 3 will be all of Alabasta. That's just my assumption. I do not know. I have not heard any news one way or the other. But I'm really looking forward for Season 2. I think it looks great. Really excited to see Little Garden and the Giants. Excited to see Drum Island specifically. That is one of my favorite arcs in this kind of beginning portion of the Grand Line here. And I'm just excited to see what this next season of the live action is going to have in store for us. So those are my thoughts. If you liked anything, give it a like. Comment what your thoughts are down in the comments below, and your predictions are for Season 3. Anything we have not seen for Season 2 yet. Hit that subscribe button so you are notified of my next videos. And I'll be talking to y'all in the next one. Bye, everyone.